So Nike just updated the global stock for the Jordan 1 Low Nigel Sylvester in the back end, and let me tell you, it's looking a lot better than the early stock that was previously reported. I think you're going to be happy about this one. But before we get into the updated stock, I do want to talk about the Jordan 1 Off-White Alaska. Everybody's panicking because they've been canceled, delayed, nobody really knows. I actually predicted this a couple of months ago. I told you that the release date, December 25th, was more than likely just a placeholder date. Nike has done this before. They just line up a bunch of releases on December 25th to December 31st. I firmly believe it's a placeholder date, and probably true, right? Because it's already been a crazy year. One of the craziest year in a very long time. How many grails have actually been released in 2025? I'm actually happy if it's postponed to 2026, because this year we've had enough, and now it makes me look forward to 2026 a little bit more. And also there's been leaks of this sneaker actually existing already, so they're not going to cancel. Nike even said in a recent interview that they will be bringing more grails back even next year and the year after that, so it wouldn't make sense to cancel this one. And they have teams of people who actually get paid to scour the YouTube channels like this one that talk about sneakers and all the social media, and they listen to the feedback from the people, and it's very clear, loud and clear, that the people want this sneaker to be released. So don't panic, don't worry, it's just delayed until next year. Speaking of Off-White, the Air Force 1 Low Sesame is having people hyped because Stadium Goods, the most expensive reseller on planet Earth, like seriously, have you seen sneaker shopping with Complex when they scam celebrities and they buy Panda Dunks for $300? They're extremely expensive. But anyway, they have a full-size run, and they added it the other day of the Sesame, which is incredible because this sneaker is like, it doesn't exist. It's a mythical creature at this point, right? We only had a couple of photos from that reseller, or maybe he was working for Nike and he was in the warehouse. We don't know. But suddenly there's a full-size run on Stadium Goods, and they're gonna cost you around $5,000 for per size, which is, yeah, that is absurd. The reason people are so hyped is everybody's wondering where these pairs came from. How the hell did Stadium Goods get a hold of these? And I think I know where they came from, because I'm like Joey Swole with the gym bullies. If there's some data on Nike servers in the back end, I will find you. I will find you. Okay, that was weird. I do have some data, and it's just a weird coincidence. But before I show you that, I want to show you a quote from House of Heat that they posted the other day. According to Romania's sneaker market, the pair will release during the fall 2025 season exclusively in Qatar. The timing of the launch isn't tied to anything in particular, but it's important to note that Abloh's figure of speech exhibit was hosted at Doha's fire station from November 5th, 2021 to March 31st, 2022. It's unknown why a launch of the Sesame Air Force 1 didn't occur then, but the exclusivity to Qatar makes sense. And now I want to show you what Stash Niggas posted in their Discord group in June 2025 of this year. The truth is that Nike has had inventory for this pair in Europe for over half a year. Last weekend they shipped out pretty much all the pairs, making the release for this pair in the near future seem very unlikely. Around 4,000 pairs were available in the EU warehouse, June 2025. So this was in June when Stash Niggas reported it, and in August suddenly there's a full-size run on Stadium Goods. Okay, first of all, half a year, over 6 months, Nike has had 4,000 pairs rotting away in their EU warehouse for 6 months? Why? Of course, they don't know where they were shipped, but if it's shipped from EU and suddenly Stadium Goods, which is located in US, has a full-size run, could it be? Could maybe somebody over at Stadium Goods have a connect with Nike? Maybe they were backdoored, maybe they made a deal. I don't know, but it is, like I said, a very weird coincidence. Like I said, I'm just presenting what I have, the evidence that I have, and you can come to your own conclusion. Anyway, maybe I'm just paranoid. Maybe this doesn't mean anything, but I thought it was interesting and I wanted you to know. Only time will tell. But I think a release is coming, but it's gonna be limited. like really limited. And speaking of limited, I probably gave you a heart attack with the EU numbers for the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1 Low dropping this Saturday. Now I told you the global stock was 45,000 pairs. That is the early stock, and Nike today updated the global stock in the back end, and they added a whopping 75,000 globally. So they didn't add 75,000. It's totally, the total stock is 75,000. But what is that, like 50%? I'm bad at math, but 45% more? Let's say 50% more. Sounds better, right? But it's a lot. We went from 45 to 75, and I don't think it's gonna change more because it's Thursday night here in Sweden, and they have another day to do something before the release on Saturday. So I think this is it, 75K. Now, I don't have the early stock for EU and US. I don't have those numbers yet, but more than likely, those 1,600 pairs that I told you about, it's gonna be a lot higher than that. Maybe if it's 75K in total, I'm hoping, could it be 10,000? Because if that happens, I know 10,000 sounds a little, but we went from 1,600 to maybe 10,000. Who knows? But I just wanted to update you and give you hope before Saturday. If you're looking forward to the sneaker, go for your size. Don't miss it. 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, 9 o'clock for me at least. I don't know what time it is for you. And don't forget to go for your size, because I have a hunch me and you are gonna win, buddy. And come back and let us know if you win. I will also do the same. Of course, I will do a video. You'll see me talk about it. But yo, this is exciting. Now we finally got a fighting chance. That means also, of course, if the EU numbers are higher, I think definitely US numbers are gonna be higher. I told you 35K, that's probably gonna end up being 40, maybe even 50K. So good news, right? Okay, that's about it. I will postpone, normally on Fridays, I do stock number Fridays. I will postpone it to Saturday, just so you know, because there's not that many releases and I don't have that many stock numbers right now this week, but I do wanna go through size by size for the Nigel Sylvester, and I'll do that on Saturday. So don't forget to like this video. Huge difference when you guys do it. Thank you a lot. When I get 200, 300 likes, can we get 400 on the video? Please, please, pretty please. Turn on notifications. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching the entire video. As always, oh, before, let's say hi to Stella. Can you see her? Can you see her? She's right there. I'll see you on the next one.